That is direct. That is direct. Now take a look at these peaks and valleys. So right down here in the 20 to 50K range, you can see where there's a lot of bass going on there. Of course, I got a nice pickup in the dulcimer I'm playing, and I got the bass. I got a 3-channel equalizer on that, so I've got it riding up pretty good. And then see it dips down here between 50K, just past like 120 or so. There's a valley there where the dulcimer is not hanging out for whatever reason, you know. And then there's a big peak right here as you start getting to the 100 hertz towards 250 hertz, and then you see all this activity down here. This, my friends, is where the mountain dulcimer lives. It is a mid-rangey instrument, and most of its signal is projected in this range. And then you see where it starts to taper off, and there's not a lot of activity as it gets up into 7,500 hertz, 20,000 hertz. You know, it chills out a bit. Let me play some more, and you'll see. So what you're looking at right there is an audio fingerprint of the mountain dulcimer as recorded with a microphone. That's pretty true to the way it is and represented, you know, in real space, in real time. So because the mountain dulcimer is sort of mid-rangey and nasally, sometimes what I do is I get in there and I cut it back a little bit to let it breathe. And when it comes to equalization, it's usually better to cut than it is to boost. When you cut, you're reducing some of the issues. When you boost, you're increasing the amount of artificiality in your project, and it could lead to painful frequencies that people wouldn't even want to listen to your stuff. So I'm going to cut this a little bit. I'm going to pull it down across a pretty wide range, and I'm going to do it while the music's playing so you can hear the difference. You hear how that flanging sound is? That's me scanning through all these different frequencies looking for the problematic sounds I want to isolate. Now, this is really extreme. I wouldn't cut it that much. I'd be more graceful hanging out maybe up here. And I can also adjust the Q setting of this area I'm sweeping. So if I want it to be broad area, I can widen that. And that's where that curve comes from that you set in the car stereo, is all the faders being set to create this gentle curve, this bell curve. Or I can make it really intense. If I find a frequency that is really just killing everything, I will come in and I will literally surgically get in there and target a frequency and nullify it. So you can do, you know, a little EQ and things will be great. You can do a lot of EQ and things will be great. There's a right way to EQ. There's definitely a wrong way to EQ. And it's something I still work with every single day. But it's something that you will run into eventually. And having that understanding of sound and what you can do with sound is super, super important when you're making this kind of stuff work. Ideally, you want to have it perfect when it hits the mat. As soon as you record it, it's like, don't need anything else. But just a little sweetening will help make things pop and make it sound to our ears the way it did when it was acoustic. So a lot of that has to do with getting into EQ down the road. And like I said, that is a whole different story. I wanted to show you, once you get that stuff recorded into your DAW, what you can do with it after that.